Here we go with today's fix. So one issue today that I was having was that the electronic system that opens and releases the attachments here is not working. Most skid steers have the two levers that you open up right here. One lever here, manual, and one over there. Well, this one is with what looks like a hydraulic cylinder, but it's actually an electric one. Apparently, I moved around those wires and then it worked. So I believe that what's happened is, if you notice this cover here, it's kind of off. And it must have gotten binded up and squished somewhere. There's even two different sizes around here. So maybe this broke at some point and it was fixed. But either way, there's a short somewhere here that it's not going through the power. So what I'm gonna do is cut this off, find it, and then put a new piece of the wire cover here. So let's get to that project today. Okay, I got myself a razor blade, and I'm gonna start cutting these little zip ties. I could have gotten some snips, but I figured I'd use this in case I gotta cut something else back that needs to be done with a little blade. And let's see what we find here today. So that looks good. Might be somewhere more up there. Things like this is I guess you could say, a surprise. You never know what you're gonna get. And it could also have been that nothing is squished in here and the plug itself was not doing good contact. And me moving around the wire got it to work, but I still don't like the way this was looking all ugly. So I'm gonna put one full strip here and make it nicer. But yeah, so far, except for this connector that was put there, it looks like everything's intact. And up there, there's no reason anything should have happened wrong. Oh, this has been fixed here. Here, so two spots that could have been severed there was fixed also here. Oh, and here super squished. I don't know if you could tell, but it's flattened out right there. So why is this so long to create this problem? Can it be put shorter? I'm gonna go ahead and I guess I could extend this all the way down and see how much slack I really need. Let me go ahead and move this back and get back in the machine. And lower that some. I want to stretch it all the way I know how much I have to give it. So that's the maximum that I would ever need. Let me go see where that's at. And let's see why they gave it so much if it needs all that slack. Oh, I only give it a little bit extra than it really needs. It's not a whole lot more. Because, you know, oh, here's, I mean, anywhere, here. Let me see what happens if I skip that part. Yeah, it'll make it. This one here, this is turned back on itself. Let's go, I'll cut this one off too. There's another spot here that's not good. But anyways, that's right by the plug. I'll fix that one too. So let me see what I can do here. Because these are the suspected places that internally the wire can be cut. Oh, damn, this thing gets me dirty. Right here and right here. So if I can skip that and put this there, it'll reach. That's perfect right there. Let me get actually I'm gonna need the wire cutters no matter what. Or the snips. Different names, same thing. So that one, I could skip this part here that internally I could feed it, and the cable's already exposed, so the way I'll take it out of the way water won't go in there, I remove, you get it? This part that has already holes in the plastic cover. And that's it, this will make it. It's gonna go under here, boom. And then I just make the other one the same length. All right, stand by. Let me bring this down again. Trying to find the height. I kind of forgot where I had it. Maybe here? Let's give it a shot. And let me get my wire strippers while I'm at it, since we're gonna be correcting that problem there. And I'm also, for sure, because that's where I moved and this, and I think this is called, when it's a hydraulic shaft, well, it looks like a hydraulic piston, like for a hydraulic shaft, but it's made of, it runs on electricity. It's called, I believe, an actuator, but don't quote me on that. Which is like a cylinder type looking hydraulic cylinder here, except it doesn't move off of hydraulic. It's through, I believe, inside, like threaded. So a little motor moves it and it's like a thread, kind of like the same way a jack for a trailer works, where it's a thread inside. I believe that's the way that is. So when I tried using the electric button to open it, wasn't working, and then I touched it and it did. So that just means that it has to be the most likelihood cable that is severed somewhere. And you can't see, it doesn't mean it has to be cut completely, because even though the cover doesn't look off, the wires inside could be off and it's just holding on by the actual cover. But yet when you touch it, it might touch the wires inside again. So I took off on that piece, two parts right on that piece that I removed, and there's another one over here. So I'm gonna unplug this so I could do this more comfortably out there anyways. And another problem could have been also the plug itself, that by jiggling it, the plug had a bad contact inside from dust or whatever, and it fixed itself right there by touching it. But I think the most likely is one of these parts of the wire. It's what the problem is, that it's broken internally from this closing and it getting squished. And it cuts the wire inside. Either ways, I had to do this. I mean, it's a good idea because it's extra wire here for no reason. So, and I'm still gonna clean the terminal inside the connector there. And here's my third place that I see that is squished, and I could feel some wires inside that are not right. Like they're like crumbled or possibly broken. But I don't think it was this one. I think it was one of the other two. I'll show you why. Because this one, before I took it off, especially right here, I don't know if the camera does it justice, but it's not round anymore. It's really squished. But we're gonna go ahead and fix all the sections. And let me go ahead and open one of these that I saw. See, and this one was good. I'm just looking inside to see. And this one too. So it wasn't one of these. I wonder if it's here. This one feels a little bit bumpy, but not broke at all. And again, it could also be bad connection in these crimping connectors that I don't like. Because water's gonna go into them and mess it up. So here, I took off this other piece in between here. Those gonna, regardless, those three parts are gonna get water in there and eventually corrode. So it's good that I'm gonna fix them now. And then I'm gonna fix those too. There's three parts there that's been fixed already. But I don't use crimpers. I don't like to crimp. I like to solder things and seal it after. Here's what I do. I get the two wires and make sure I'm an image here and put them one into the other and turn it to kind of lock it in while I go and solder it so it can stay in place. Now, I'm gonna go ahead and get my torch, because unless I have to because of something that can't get hot behind or something, that I have to use a soldering iron, I stay away from it because it takes longer. And I like to use my little torch. Let me get it out of this bag and soldering wire. And the flux. Down flux is very hard to solder. It doesn't want to stick right. This is what makes it flow. Let me zoom in so you can see how nice this is gonna work. And how easy. Now, I'm doing this without putting the cover on first. Normally, if the wires are already connected in two places, which you'll see it towards the end one, I have to put the shrink covers on first. But now, because I still have one end open, I can still slip it on. So for this one, I can solder it first without worrying about that. Now watch this. You heat up just that. And then you touch it little by little till it pulls it in. I should have cut more wire back. Because look what it's doing to my wire. Alright. This is why it's so quick with a torch versus using the soldering iron. Now, for some reason, and I wasn't giving it enough heat. That's one thing, and it's because I didn't want to melt so much of that wire. I should have cut it back more. I wasn't paying attention. So I'm gonna go ahead and cut it off now, because it just contaminates the soldering joint when this plastic goes into it. And as you can see, it contaminates it. The solder doesn't flow right. I should have known better. But here's the thing, we make mistakes. And that's all right. I guess the main thing with the mistake is recognizing it and not doing it again. Learning. All right. Now I could, with more confidence, put heat there. Trying to get this right position. Let me see how hot. Try to get this stuck here. That was a half phone call there. Phone barely rang. What is wrong with this wire that is just dripping? That is not supposed to happen. Like if that wire is like old or bad or something. Look at that. It just falls off. What is up with this? Like when the wire's old, I've seen that happen, or dirty and you don't use flux. And old, I mean like rusted in there, water's been going in there or something. Because if it's protected, that shouldn't be happening. Let's see who gave me that partial call here. 1 second, stand by. That's weird. It didn't show a call. Right. Holy crap. Let me try another soldering wire.
Looks like someone came and polluted the air. They dropped a bomb of like powder.
Yeah, I guess that's the first pollen of the season now. It's all over the place.
You gotta go in
Huh?
You gotta go in
the thing wasn't working and something was wrong with the wire here to open and close the hydraulic thing or the actuator, you know, that releases the bucket or whatever. Look at that. This wire, no good. That should not happen. This is exactly what should not be happening. And the other side grabbed a little bit, but you can see how I never had grabbed. Damn it. Hot. So something not good there. And I'm super heating that too much. So here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna eliminate this wire and just use another piece just like this one that I have new. And here I'm gonna have no choice because I don't have another plug of these, obviously. But what I'll do is that I'll crimp here the new wire, but I won't do a regular crimp. I'll find me here a waterproof one that seals. So stand by. Okay, I'm back. Let me zoom out. I got some other things here. So didn't find a connector that was gonna seal 100% for sure. So I'll put a cover over it. No big deal. So here what I'm gonna do is, I'm gonna put this over here. So I got these, see which one's gonna fit, right? But what I'll do is I'm gonna cut right here. Cut right here. Because that wire is not good. You saw how I didn't want to see, they get in bad condition sometimes, and you can see the color changes from copper to like, it's just different. And what happens is they don't let the solder go correctly. So here's what we'll do. I'm gonna put that in there. This one through here. Hold on, before I keep on with this, let me get the crimper here ready. Because now I let it go, and it'll come right back apart. So let's go. It'd be nice if it go through the other side. All right, that side got done. Oh, I did it on the wrong thickness here. I put on the wrong part here to crimp. Here we go, got on the right one now. Okay, good. Now, This one is supposed to be actually somewhat waterproof, but I don't care. I'm gonna still put that other shrink wrap on it. But check this out. Because you see how this one, can you see that one on the image? Yeah, it's exposed and water goes in there, and then when the water goes in, it's not just gonna deteriorate it there, it goes through the whole wire. Eventually moisture is inside the whole wire. And who knows, that might be why that thing is messed up, that wire, the whole wire has some type of rust, and that's why it's not soldering. But I'm not gonna try to figure that out. Okay, so this is completely sealed, but now I'm not sure that that's 100% ever gonna be sealed, because when you squish around here, you could always break that cover somewhat. So I decided to also put a piece of this shrink wrap. I brought two sizes because I wasn't sure once I squished that which one was gonna work, but I think it'll be this one. Let me cut it right here, so I can have a lot covering it. Let me see something. If I put it all the way in almost, no, I'm gonna leave about a 1/4 inch and that'll center it. Damn. It's gonna shrink the middle part, but not the edges. I wonder if this one will make it, because it might not go through once it gets to the connector. So tight. Let me give it a shot anyways. I'm gonna cut a piece of it. Because it will definitely seal better. If it can fit and go past that point. No, I'm gonna have to put some lube on it or something. Let me get right back. All right, I'm back. I forgot to start recording, but I already pushed this one very tightly through there. And let me shrink wrap it here. So just shrink tubing. I have another layer of protection. By the way, I'll put a link to my favorite torch here. And then the next one that I'm gonna do is that I'm gonna change it so I could eliminate this connector here. Or not to have another one here. Like if I cut here, then I'll have another connector here, the one I'm putting plus this one. So I'm just gonna cut up here and put a new wire to there. Let me measure here. Let me see if I can save a piece of that wire. And this will come off. Yep. So basically what I need now, it's gonna be a piece of wire from wherever I disconnect down here. Yeah. To reach up there. This one's not gonna do it. Got another piece here. And I got a delivery today. I gotta use this to unload a pallet. I'm gonna go ahead I guess I'll be cutting there. So I have those connectors down there together. And then right here's the length. And I'll do this one a little bit higher just to have that splice not be here so thick.
Papi,
So I'll do it over here.
Papi,
What?
don't you get me off?
I want to know how you got up there. So here we go.
So,
Same process now. Let me get the butt connector here. Or let me see. Need another one of those. See if I have that exact same one. Then I do not see that exact same one here. But another one will do. This thing gonna have that extra part there to cover. But I'll still put in that other cover on it, the black one, so.
when you done doing your video,
Yeah, go ahead. Yes. So here we go. See how it's different? It doesn't have that extra cover to melt as much as the other one, but it'll work.
I don't use that.
Let me squeeze this together here. Damn, that one was hard. That one's harder than the other one. Whatever material this is made out of. And there it goes. Now I'll heat it up also. Put the black cover over it. And that'll do it. And it'll be done. Okay, but I'm getting that delivery in a few minutes. So with that said, I'm gonna move everything out of the way to get ready to unload. And I'll come back in a bit. Let me zoom out here.
I wonder how I get off of here.
Let me zoom out there. Put all this stuff away so I could roll out as soon as the tractor trailer arrives. Maybe I could film that for a separate video. But for right now, I'll catch you in a little bit and connect right back. Stand by. Well, I went off the camera and I forgot to put it to record. I started to peel back to this point right here where there's an attachment, and I noticed that it's spliced there again. So I'm gonna have to cut it from all the way. See that right there? So I'm gonna just cut it and change it all the way up here. And I'm actually not gonna use those red wires anymore. I'm going to just get one that has a cover on it already. Let me change position. So here we go on this other position now, and let me cut that up. And as you can see, this wire was spliced right here. I'll go around the other side and take it off. And there goes that splice I'm talking about. You see here?
Does it want to go?
Yeah, but it's in a little while more. Not yet. I just asked.
You know what I'm saying? Oh, you like the idea, huh? You're gonna use the word.
Yeah, I'm just gonna use it because I needed it further up, and I'm gonna cut another piece. So, and it fits perfectly inside this pipe here. Look, this piece. So I'm just gonna stick it in there. That way it doesn't. And I don't think that it was messing up there because I'm not sure where it was messing up. There's like there's a couple of points that I could have had the issue on.
But I just don't know why they would put it so like loose like that, and they would have put it more secure. I feel like it would get stuck on a bunch of stuff here.
So let me mark it so I can know which one's which. Let me get a marker here.
You think that how much metal is worth for right now?
I don't know.
Did Gary ever take metal scrapping yet?
No, hold on. Okay, so different plan. That hose that the two wires go in, come in here. I'm gonna just try to remove it from all the way in here. Instead of just in that splice. Because it'll be better to get it all the way over here. Not even have that splice there. So let's take this cover so I can see where that's connected to there. No, it's more work because it's easier, obviously, to just cut it right there. But if I could eliminate all these splices too, it'd be good.
Daddy, you want to open your door?
No, I can't. Because you did that. No,
Go.
nobody can open it. You messed it up.
I can open it. I know what to do. So, you want me to open it or you open it? I can tell you how to open it. Or you want me to tell you? It's your present.
Go open it for me, go. Got a wire tie strap here. One is holding the pipe. Actually, there's two of them. There it goes. And now this hose that this went through, all could come out. And I can replace that all. See, the hose went through here. This is that liquid tie, I think it's called. Now, that does protect it, but I'm gonna run through it. This wire, or this thicker one if I can, that also is protected itself. This one's a little bit thicker. Let's see if it fits. Oh yeah. It'll fit if I straighten this out. That's as much as it went. Where is the wire lube? Let me pause this. Hang tight. All right, now I'm back with some of this. It's gonna help it go in there a lot easier now. This is wire pulling lube, I guess it's called. Klein Tools lubricant for electrical use. Let's see if this is enough. I'm just moving it around here. Still not enough, because realistically, should put it on this wire. But man, how do you put it on that wire? I have another one. That one's more liquid. I gotta find the other one. There's more pasty like. Not for this one. I'll get the other one. Let me see if this one works. Well, that was a lot better so far. Let me see something. Maybe it'll try to come out. That's because I'm trying to pass the tightest one that I have. I could have just easily passed the other one. Oh, skinnier. But this one's gonna hold more because it's thicker. It has a thicker cover too. Damn it, come on. I'm gonna have to pass the skinnier one. If this fails, I'm gonna have to just go with the skinnier one in there. This is too much of a struggle. Let me see something. Where is the other one that I have around here? Don't see it. Let me pause this and go look in the back again where I was at. Hang tight there. No, did not find it. Let me give this one more shot here. And man, I could have sworn it was there. And you know what? I got this one from the back. There's another lube. Yeah, are those the other one? Where's it at? Where did we put it? The one we used the other days?
Take them in. Under the bench.
That's what I was looking under the.
Something that's blue right there. Look, the blue bottle right there. On the bench.
Oh, it's on top. I was looking down here. All right, so here we go. I did find it now. Yeah, this is the more jelly one. Let's see if this one works better now. Is that other one more liquidy? This is more.
I wonder who took this out. They didn't put it away. No. Are you guys gonna be using the fat cable?
If it fits, is what I'm trying to see.
Not just use the smaller one.
Oh, just it could be thicker though. That cover. Oh, look, it finally came out. Perfect. Just pushing all this out. What the heck was in there? Some dirt. I've got it in there and grime. So perfect. It made it out. Okay, let's see how much wire we need to cut for this. So we're gonna make it there. And this. What?
What's this?
Yeah, in a little bit. Let me finish this up here.
And then?
Yep. I'm gonna cut it. I'm gonna stop it there. And let this one transition into this hole. Let me do some calculations here. All right. I'm gonna cut it more back, all the way back here. So I could do the splice over here. So I'm gonna need all of this. And then this all the way to here. So I'm gonna cut right here. Perfect. We're done with this. Let's take this out of the way. Just a little piece of cover that was holding those tanks together in there, you know, when they were wrapped up. The tanks were wrapped up right there. That's all that is. So this will come in here, splice up there. Oh, hold on this side actually, because it has the curve already. What you said, buddy?
It's working.
That had those tanks that were there on that pallet wrapped around. Huh? Yeah, that was the wrap that was around that pallet.
And you took it off?
Yes, sir. Was that your phone that made that weird noise? So let's cut right here already. Let's place this right there. Boom.
Papi,
Yeah.
see my hand?
Yeah, get out of there. You can't be under there because if that falls, it squishes you. Get out of there right now. Get up from under there, Josh. Get away. No, I know. I don't want you being next to it either.
I just want to be next to this person. Why?
So we're gonna go right here, splice these two together. Hopefully here I could solder. This wire might look a lot better. Let's do the white one first. Is he still fooling around where I told him not to?
The bad boy, yeah, listen.
Let's do it here.
How will we get hot? I am listening.
You're actually doing exactly the opposite of listening. You're not.
How I'm not listening? Something wrong.
You're not listening. I don't even, okay, don't put nothing under there or close to it, okay? Nothing.
Nothing in there.
Put that sleeve in there first. And this is the white one, confirming the one that I marked with white, which I will be using in the white cable here to make sense.
You want me to die.
That doesn't make sense. No, we get mad at you because you don't listen. And when you don't listen, you die.
Yep, you could get hurt and die. So it's important to.
If anything, no, listen. To treat you less than because you don't listen. Because it seems like you want yourself to die. You want to die?
You want to get hurt?
Okay, so then why don't you listen?
If you don't listen, you're gonna get papao.
That's the only way.
You wanna get hurt? You wanna get hurt?
Caught me all the time.
Yeah. If you don't listen and I spank you, why? Do you want me to let you do? Okay. Do you want me to let you do how? Okay. Do you want me to let you do dangerous things and get hurt? Tell me, do you want to get hurt? I don't want you to get hurt. I don't. I don't.
So why spank me?
Okay, because if you're behaving bad and you're gonna cross the road, right, and get killed, right? Should I spank you? So should I let you cross the road and get killed, or do I spank you for trying to do that? What do I do? Tell me, what do you think I should do? Nothing? So I let you do whatever you want? If I tell you 20 times, don't do it, don't do it, don't cross the road, don't cross the road, and you still want to cross the road, what do you want me to do? Let you die? Or protect you? Let me show you what I'm doing here, close up. That little conversation is the little one thinking he can do whatever he wants. I'll tell your brother to give you a ride. So, like I always do these with the torch, don't like to use a soldering iron unless, again, there's heated things that I can't touch behind it and burn. Never possible. Torch comes out. Get some through the bottom. What was he doing? Oh no, I messed up. Damn it. I forgot to put this first on the other one. Let me shrink that one in. So the problem to take that off then is that it already has solder in it, even though I could desolder it. Hold on a second. Then I won't be able to twist them back to hold them in place like that. What, Josh? No. And so I'm gonna have to tape it up. I use the special tape, the other one, the elastic one. That's a good one. Or risk it. I'm better off taping it up at this point with the good tape. I messed up. But I got the good tape, which is not regular tape that has glue on it. It's the one that is used at like the entrance of the power line coming to your house, where that piece is coming off the house on the top to come into your meter. See some black thing there? It's this. You'll see how this works now. So it's obviously really good because it's used in that exterior main line coming in where they can splice and connect to the wire that actually goes to your panel. I mean, to your meter. So this must be good stuff. So yeah, it's not regular tape, thin tape up there. It's this rubber material. That's what happens when you're not paying attention. You know, we make mistakes. And I don't like to edit none of this stuff. Some people edit their videos to not show their mistakes, but I want people to see that we're all humans and we're gonna make mistakes. So this is the way this works, you see? You come and you pull and you stretch. You see how it stretches? Because then it'll pull against itself once it tries to go back to the memory of where it was. Of course, you pull it to a certain extent that you feel some pressure and you stop, because now you could actually break it, you know? Just like tape, that's a certain point of elasticity. But every time I'm going around, I pull. And this again is that part, like when you're having in the overhead coming into the house, that wire from the telephone pole where it junctions to that piece that goes to your meter. You see a big thing of black like this, rubbery type. The look you would think from far away that it might be just black electrical tape, but it's not. Now at the end, what some people do is do a knot with it within itself, and some people just put actual tape over it then. But I'm gonna do the knot. You see. And but normally what I mostly see is it taped up. It's not going anywhere because it kind of pulls back into itself. And then a bunch of this extra piece here is coming off. Now let me do a little knot to itself here now. So it can pull out. Okay. Now this is gonna go in here. But damn, those things are hard to push in there. Let me use this little trick. See if this one's small enough to 10 for this size wire here. Normally you could, if this was all open through, but I had this piece of thick material, it's not gonna let me. You could put it through here like this with the eye and slide it through, but I'm gonna try to do it a halfway job with this. Might work. No, it ain't gonna work. It's too stiff, this wire here, the cover is too old and too stiff. Damn, this one's really thick here. All right. I'll leave this one as an emergency backup in case another one breaks. I could use this third wire here. I'll put a cover on that. Let me get a little piece of any thicker one that I have here, just to keep that transition there somewhat covered. Then I'll tape that up. Let's get some black tape over here. So I eliminated all the splices that were in between. And only here is where it's spliced. Pretty good. Let me go back up because this part here is open. This normally doesn't have to be taped up like this, but I'm just doing it extra. Damn, somebody cut this here. It just broke there. It's like I had a slice done before or something. Let's go right here. Josh! You going in the house? Huh? Okay. Now we'll feed this through this hole. There's a hole right here, like a 3/4 inch. That fits this flexible pipe. Yeah, it would have been easier to do it the other way because it's only a little piece. But the fact is that I wanted to cut that last, leave this side connected here already. Let me get this. It's close. Now I'm gonna have to come here. Grab this everywhere. Put a zip tie here so it doesn't come out anymore. This part here. See if it reaches, and then I can pull a little bit more from the top. Let's see how this reaches here now. But these points that it has here to put zip ties through. Let me get some zip ties to attach that. It looks like to be like a 3/4 inch. Okay. Let's see. Let's go from the other side. Let me show you here now. That's 3 points. One right here, one here to pass this, and one up here. All right, let's get that under there. Here. And there. And apparently, even though I put it through the hole that I thought it was not through that one. It was through the bigger one, which makes no sense because here won't reach to the point where I need to attach it. And what's crazy is that the one that I'm using would seem like the better option because it's more fitting. Let me see if I can stretch this out. Apparently not. So it has to come out. That is not the spot that it's gonna go through, even though it's the better one. If I had another 2 inches of hose, I could do it. But I'm gonna have to move it over to the next hole because there's 2 holes here. One that was being used and one that was not. And the one that has this, that's why it was hard for me to put it through. Here also, the one that's more fitted to it, that as you can see, I have to struggle a little bit. It's not the one. It's the one that's like an inch or an inch and a quarter or something. But I tried using the one that was more just, even though I knew it was the other one. But I thought both of them would work out. I didn't realize I was going to stay short on the other side. But that's okay. We fix that problem. And here we go. All right. I'll show you what this has to attach, which is really cool. To put zip ties, it's not like some rigged up thing. This is like factory. Whatever they did here was pretty good. It's a little invention. Let me zoom in and show you how cool how this hooks up. So they put something that cradles the hose and leaves 2 slots to put the zip tie through. I'll show you here to see. Hopefully you can see it on the camera. I'm gonna show you how zip tie goes in through there and comes right back out. It's like imagine like a chain link that it's curved a little bit, got tacked on each side, but it's curved. So even though you tack it on each side, it's not laying down flat, and it leaves a gap for the zip tie to go through. And then this lays down inside the other angle of the link. If you could understand that. But basically now I come here, and this one's not gonna cradle it perfect because it's at a weird angle. But the other ones up there cradle the hose perfect. So if you need to, now I know I've never seen this before, to put a hose, like clamp it into places, and you want to use something where you can put the zip ties to, you get a link. And let me see if I find one loose here and show you what the principle is. I mean, I know it's not in the subject of right now, but I think it's nice to show you an idea. So think about it, and it's not a chain link, it's a little bit thinner, it's not as thick as gauge. But imagine this right here, that you arc it, so you curve it. Let's say you put it in the vise and you curve it, and you put it, like, let me show you here an example. And you put it right here. So you're gonna curve it like this, so it's like that. So when you put it there, and because it's curved, you tack here and you tack here, in the middle there's an arc. The zip tie goes through there. And then the pipe that you're gonna put, or wire or cable, sits right in here like that. Cradled in between, this two like that. And then that arc there lets you put the zip tie through, come around and stick it to the, it's pretty good. I like it. Something that, let me see if I can show you here how, yeah, see how it stays cradled? Because it's only tagged on the top right and bottom left, and then the wire gets to go through. It's pretty cool. Thought I'd share that. And that's what video's for and the channel's for too. learn as we go. That one's tight, tight, and tight. This one in here is good. Zip tying the inside of this here so it can't pull out. Now cut out the excess. Stretch it up this way. And now, I'm gonna see how much I gotta cut off of here. Let's stretch it up a bit more. And I'm gonna put this forward to see how much I gotta cut off because I left a little bit extra just in case. Okay. So we need to see the most forward. Now first, let me get this pallet out of the way that I have on. The forks here now. Let's go. Let's see now. Let me change position. We're back. We're gonna cut this out again. I should just eliminate this stupid connector and make my own. 'Cause I hate the fact that I can't solder this, man. You know, because again, I mean, I was doing crimping and I'll do it when I have to. But I so much rather always solder stuff. Let me see. mean, it's not critical, but it's a lot nicer when I solder it. And lasts longer. Damn, that was a little pain in the butt there. Take off. This cable's still bad there. It's all blacked out. They don't. When they're like that. And it's this one. Pay attention to this. So for some reason, they look charred like that instead of, I don't know if you can notice here, how that one's nice and bright, like copper, and this one's not. They won't catch good solder. I'm gonna have to look that up and see why. The few times this happened to me, it never wants to solder. Now I could change. This is a simple plug that only has the 2 connections. If I look here, because I could change it now or change it in the future and solder something to it. Trying to see here in some drawers that I got some things. I might have that one of these plugs. I'll show you what I mean. I have part of one here, but not set. That I could order it. This will be a lot more simpler if this one keeps on messing around with me. You know, this type of connector. That has, I could just do that. But I'm not right now. Hold on a second. All right, so I went ahead and I spliced all the wires that were coming out of the wire, the wire that we just ran, spliced it to the connector and connected it there. And of course I didn't solder it because I couldn't, the wire was bad. So I just crimped it. Didn't even show that on video. It's just a simple crimp. And this is how it looks now. Connected right there, comes through there, goes in the top and comes up through right here. And that's it. Now the cover goes on and we'll be done for this video. So I'll catch you on the next one.